This is Robert Roy McGregor, come to reclaim the 32 beasts stolen from his lordship, James Graham, Marquis of Montrose. Still at your thieving. Throw down now and I'll spare you. All but one.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. GV here. So today we are in Balquhidder Parish Church, and there's a couple of people here today relaxing in the beautiful sunshine. So we're going to take a walk around and read some of the old graves. There's McGregor's buried here also, and different burial plots, and we'll go over to Rob Roy's grave. So we see the beautiful old church ruin. It's here. This is sacred to the memory of Duncan Ferguson, who died the 5th of September 1867, aged 70 years old. So if there's anybody here watching the channel, I know you'd be interested in your Scottish ancestry, and hopefully you'll find some surnames here in this old place. Stonework on this. I have some birds, an anchor. It's kind of hard to read the writing on it. A beautiful grave and headstone. So we have another grave here. We see the name McGregor in memory of our dear uncles Alexander McGregor, who died at Rusgacken, I think, on the 16th of April 1937, aged 81. And we have a John McGregor, bootmaker, who died in 1938, age 85. Interested to see his job title on the headstone, a bootmaker. This is the McLaren's, or McLaren, I suppose, grave. The family crest. See a little ship on it there. So erected to the memory of John McLaren, son of Duncan Finlay, son of MacLabran. And there's a number of names on that. This is the memory of Betsy McGregor, who died September 1793, aged 33 years old. Lots of McGregors buried here. And as I was saying in the video, the McGregor Mausoleum we've just visited as well. So Conor McGregor has mentioned in the past about his Scottish ancestors who fought in Scotland here against the English intruders. Very, very interesting to see these graves. And we have Ferguson's here, names. Robert Ferguson died in 1929, aged 70 years. And here we have Duncan McLaren, In loving memory of his father and mother, Duncan McLaren, who died in 1878, aged 76, and Betsy, who died in 1852, aged 40 years old. And we have a daughter, Bessie McLaren. She passed away in 1855, aged only 18 years old. And here we have a John McGregor, Bridge of Allen, who died the 9th of September 1884, aged 64. And we have a Margaret Ferguson, his wife, who died in 1902, I think, aged 62 years old. You can hear that river very loud nearby, just to our left. Our stream. Nice tabletop grave here. Yeah, it's hard to see what's on that. Sacred to the memory of Roy Duncan and Balquhidder. It's kind of hard to see. I think it's 1805 is the date on it. We have a Jean Stewart, who died 1823, aged 61. So there is a couple of ribbons on the graves, like monument unstable, so they're telling people really to stay away from those ones. Because we've heard before of headstones, possible that they fall on people, even kill people. You know, children playing in the area as such. So I'm going to go inside the old church ruin area to have a look and see what's in there. We have a cast iron grave there, look at that. (1834). The Reverend Donald Stewart. I like the look of this one. Two tabletop kind of ones either side. Then you have your headstones in the middle here. And a beautiful angel kind of cherub face there. And it is hard to see, but I do see a 1763 maybe on that, age 30 years old. So it just says here the old kirk. 4 generations of McLarens, their place of worship, and within whose walls their chiefs are buried. In 1997, the remaining structure was stabilised and conserved through the AR and KM McLaren Trust, with grant assistance from Historic Scotland. Finlay Conan Oak McLaren, 26th of September 2018 to the 10th of October 2018, firstborn son of Romilly Bowlby and Florian Robert McLaren. And sometimes the smallest things take up the most room in our heart. So a little child buried there, rest in peace. Sad to see the younger ones. So Rob Roy McGregor, the head of the Loch Catron and third son of Donald of Glengyle, a clan chieftain, and Margaret Campbell. He married Mary Helen McGregor in Glenarclet in 1693. Records show he had 4 sons. Because of the proscription of 1603, which banned the name of McGregor, he often used his mother's maiden name, Campbell, instead of his clan name. Although he was a clan war chief, he was never clan chief himself, but Laird of Inversnaid, a position held at the sufferance of the Duke of Montrose. So he followed the respectable career of a cattle dealer between 1691 and 1712. He had a prosperous life, and Montrose granted him the rights to the properties of Inversnaid and Glengyle. After 1712, a depression and famine hit the Highlands, and he lost his house, lands, and the patronage of Montrose. So he exchanged the life of a cattle dealer for that of a bandit. He became the Duke of Argyle's enforcer and established a very early form of protection racket. Payment would ensure a man's cattle remained on his own lands. During the Jacobite uprising of 1715, he acted as a Jacobite guide for the march from Perth to Dunblane. So afterwards then, he continued his career as a brigand, and his exploits include the kidnap of Montrose's factor, John Graham. During his career, he was captured more than once, but managed to escape each time. In 1726, he received a full pardon for his criminal activities and retired to his home, a legend in his own time. He died at home in Inverloch, Larrick, Balquhidder here at the age of 63. Now it does say on his grave 70, but he was actually 63 years old. So he was buried here in Balquhidder, and the rail around his grave gives his age as 70, as I was saying, but he's actually 63. His epitaph on his grave says McGregor despite them, which is a reference to the proscription of his clan name. So very, very interesting stuff. And the McGregor name and the clan. So let's go over and have a look at his grave. And this is the grave of Rob. Hi lads. This is the grave here of Rob Roy McGregor. And this is his wife here, Helen Mary, widow of Rob Roy, date of death unknown. We see the tartan colours. And Robert McGregor himself, Rob Roy, died 28th December 1734. And the age is actually wrong, as I was saying earlier. It's 63, not 70 he was. And I think Call, the son of Rob Roy, who died in 1735. And Robert died 1754. So you can see people come and show their love to Rob Roy at his gravesite. People leave flowers, stones, even coins. And we can see on the headstone, McGregor despite them. So despite them trying to banish the McGregor name, even in death, he had his last say really. So I'm going to leave a coin on Rob Roy's grave, and if I can get one out. There we go. I have a coin. So we're going to leave this. This is from all of us here on the channel. This coin. To say thank you to Rob Roy for all his things he did in life for people. The good maybe, and maybe bad. Some things, but he still remembered. And just down here we have a little bottle of Scotch whiskey someone has left. Does anybody know that Scotch whiskey? So there we have it, guys. Final resting place of Rob Roy. I'm sure some of you have seen the movie Rob Roy, and that's where he's buried. So rest in peace, Rob Roy McGregor and the McGregor family. And from this beautiful location here, mountains surrounding me everywhere, and the beautiful church here in Balquhidder in Scotland. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next adventure. Check out, I'll have other videos from Scotland here, Edinburgh, etc. So do subscribe if you like this kind of stuff. Take care, guys. See you on the next one.